Welcome everyone. On this episode of Achievement Hunter, we're taking a look at Orcs Must Die. And specifically, there is an achievement called Tunnel Vision, which requires winning an Act 2 or Act 3 level using a single trap. So, levels that are Act 2 or Act 3 are anything that is Chaos Chamber or beyond. Basically, when you get that cutscene, that indicates that the act is changing. So Chaos Chamber is the first level in Act 2, and so I've decided to use that for the achievement. So let's go ahead and get started here. So you can only use one trap type, and because of the layout of the level, I actually think the arrow wall is the best one. You get a lot of long hallways with, very few sort of curves in them, and it's a lot of straight lines. So upgraded arrow traps will do really well here. That said, you can use your sort of attacking stuff from your hero as much as you want. So I would suggest doing all of those that you have access to just as backup. And then we just got our trap here. And so this level can be somewhat weird because it's sort of two levels, top and bottom to it. But like I said, you can see here we've got this long stretch, and this is great for placing these. Now, one thing I do is you're going to eventually get multiple spawns from top and bottom. So I actually utilize most of my money early on in one area and use my hero to defend the other. So I really like the fire there. That's the secondary effect for the fire. Otherwise, just try to engage them early so that if any get past you, you have time to go back. So I'm going to go ahead and use my monies. Put down a few more traps. Oh, that's weird. Apparently that's not a spot. Don't be afraid to double up. So let's see how these fare. Not too bad. So what you want to do is early on invest in steel weavers. Specifically, you want to get this death augmenter because it gives you 60% or 66% more coins when stuff is killed by a trap. So if you're being as efficient as possible, you want pretty much everything to be killed by these traps that you can. So I've got the ice amulet and my sword, specifically for these gnoll hunters. You can do a really good combo by freezing them and then hitting them with your sword 2 or 3 times. Also, if you don't want to wait, you can go back and forth. So that's pretty good. Now when you reach this first break, I'm actually going to invest in a couple more steel weaver items because I want to get jagged steel. Since I'm using the piercing effect for my traps, this will add 50% damage to the bleed. That's really good. This also makes them reset 20% faster. And so I spent all my money and I'm going to get started. And at this point, Let's see how this fares. It should destroy them pretty well, though. And you can see that red graphic. That's from the bleed effect. And if you want to be super efficient, you can let your traps get most of the kills, because again, you're getting that 60%, 66% bonus. Can't say 66 apparently. So I'm going to start putting some traps down here now.
Right there, that's the spot.
Just as backup. Though I still want to focus most on the top. But we're still in the alternating phase on these waves, so it's a good idea to have a couple options. One other technique you can use is if you have your ice amulet, use the alternate fire, which does an AE around you. And since it doesn't kill things if they're not injured, it's a good way to let your traps get some extra kills. As you can see, they're mostly going to pass, since I don't have a lot down here.
Sometimes I almost feel bad for the orcs. Except, not really.
So since I have most of my traps up top, I'm going to keep staying down here for a while. And I think this is a kobold wave. So watch your mini-map closely to see if anything gets past. Yeah, sure enough. So I'm going to have to manually kill these. Seems that's the one bad thing about the arrow traps. They don't shoot quite fast enough. So we're pretty even on traps. I'm going to add some more up here. Make sure you put them on the bottom level. Pretty good. Just keep building out your wall traps. So now we got simultaneous spawns. So you really want to use your hero abilities where your traps are the weakest. Also, again, watch the mini-map to see where the majority are spawning. If they're dark icons, it means it's the other level. So just use the portals back and forth.
In your face.
I can also mention this is a good level to get the achievement SG1. Go through portal 20 times. Shouldn't have much trouble with that. And just continue building up.
Picnic time.
Oh, they're all on the other side. Better hurry. And now they're back up top.
What, is that it? Looking good.
See, the arrows just can't. They have to really fire at a kobold and then hit the one behind it. So you're going to always have one that pretty much escapes, unless he's really close to the wall. See here, I'm going to go around the back and get them as they come down. You can use pretty much anything at this point.
Stop them quickly.
One key thing to remember is that the achievement doesn't require a perfect score. Just that you complete the level utilizing only one track. So final wave, I believe there's a couple ogres. Yeah, there they are. So I like to use the fire, or you can hit them with ice and then headshot them a bunch. Either way works. Once the ogre's down for a particular side, you should probably go the other side. Work on the ogre there. And you can see on the mini-map, there's a dark icon going really fast. Plus the howl, so that's the Knoll Hunter. But they're pretty simple. And at this point my traps are taking care of most of the regular orcs. Still gotta watch for kobolds. And I think we're almost done. There we go, that's it. So, that's a pretty good way to get the, I forget the name now, television achievement on the Chaos Chamber. So, good luck, thanks for watching.